What do you know about love anyway? You're like a chemist in an art museum. So caught up trying to explain the paint, you've no
All right,
idea what the
let's
artist's
dive
trying
in.
to say. What do
We're
we
taking
know
a deep
about
dive
love?
today into Armando Heredia's latest project, If We Were a Band, and their new EP, Submit to the Mystery.
Oh, yeah. Submit to the Mystery just came out, right? Like December 5th?
Right,
Yeah.
December 5th, and we've got all the lyrics and the track list ready to go.
Okay, cool.
So we're looking at 4 songs here.
Mhm.
What do you know about it? Easier Than Love, Little King, and the Stars. And just glancing at these titles,
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about love, ambition, the vastness of existence, all that good stuff.
Sounds like a journey.
It does. So I want to start with the title, Submit to the Mystery.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of that title? It's intriguing, right?
Yeah, I think the title itself is kind of setting the stage for us almost. Like Heredia is inviting us to kind of let go a little bit and just embrace the unknown.
Yeah, like what mysteries are we going to be looking at in these songs?
Exactly.
It makes me think about the things in life that we just can't fully grasp, you know?
Mm.
Like even love, ambition, these big concepts.
Yeah.
There's an allure to the unknown, right?
Right.
But there's also fear, kind of like stepping off a cliff and not knowing what's at the bottom.
Yeah, I see that. And that tension, right, between the allure and that fear seems to play out in a lot of these songs too. You know, that push and pull between control and surrender.
Absolutely.
Like in Easier Than Love, for example.
Yeah.
There's this really powerful metaphor in the lyrics where hate is this quick downhill path.
Hate seems easy, like something moving downhill. Looking for the path of least resistance.
And love is this really challenging uphill climb.
Seems hard, like reaching for the highest shelf. Love seems like you're playing the long game. It's hard when you make the
think about that?
world about more
I thought that was a really
than
cool
just
contrast.
yourself.
Yeah,
But it doesn't just say love is harder.
right.
It celebrates the struggle almost, like even when it breaks you down.
Exactly.
It's this sense that it's still the worthwhile journey.
Right. And that reminds me of those big life decisions, you know, like when we have to choose between the easy way out and doing what's right, even if it's difficult.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about like Nelson Mandela choosing forgiveness
Wow.
after all those years in prison, or Malala risking her life to speak out for education. You know, those are huge examples of people who could have chosen hate, resentment, that easy downhill path,
Yeah.
but they submitted to something so much bigger than themselves.
Right.
Something that demanded sacrifice and resilience.
You're saying Easier Than Love isn't just about romantic love.
Right.
It's about that courage to choose the harder path in all aspects of life.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most fulfilling path is the one that challenges us to grow, to stretch beyond our comfort zones.
Absolutely.
'Cause hate is easier than love. Yeah, when push comes to shove, if it's about me or you, it can't be about us, and that's why hate seems easier than love.
And speaking of challenging journeys, Little King is all about ambition and the desire for power.
Was too wise to give you the crown, 'cause he knows what a fool you've been. Oh, a fool will always snatch the crown from a man too wise to give it to him.
Yeah, Little King, it's like this cautionary tale almost.
It is, right?
You know, the imagery is so vivid. Stolen crown, the castle on fire, the subject screaming.
Like a movie.
It's like Shakespearean almost.
Yeah.
Like ambition and betrayal.
Totally.
I mean, does that remind you of any historical figures?
Oh, tons. Like a modern-day Macbeth or Richard III, where those figures let their ambition consume them,
Oh, yeah.
and it led to their downfall.
And that stolen crown, such a powerful image.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It represents that allure of power, but also that danger of taking it before you're ready.
So how does this idea of a little king tie back into submitting to the mystery?
I think Little King is almost like a warning against trying to control everything,
Right.
against grabbing for power before we understand the consequences.
Like the mystery lies in recognizing that we don't know everything,
Yeah, maybe true wisdom is about recognizing when to surrender.
to something bigger than ourselves.
Exactly.
That's a really cool thought. It makes me think about how often we try to force things
Yeah.
or manipulate situations
Right.
when maybe we just need to let go and trust the process a little more.
It's a difficult balance, isn't it? Knowing when to push forward and when to step back. It really is. And I think that brings us nicely to the stars.
Yeah, the stars.
Which for me just perfectly captures that sense of awe and surrender that we were just talking about.
It really does. And Heredia paints such vivid pictures in the lyrics.
Yeah.
Stars that are bolder than the setting sun,
Mm.
coming as an army and whispering your name in the dark.
I know,
Stars are
right?
bolder than the setting sun. At dusk they swagger into the sky, and they come as an army, not one by one.
There's this real invitation there to look up and feel small in the face of something so much greater than ourselves. And I'm curious, when he says the stars are beacons for the lost, have you ever stood under the stars
Oh, yeah.
and felt that
Oh, many times.
awe?
I
Yeah.
remember this one time I was camping in the desert,
Yeah.
miles from any city lights, and the sky was just ablaze
Wow.
with stars. It really did feel like I could reach out and touch them.
It's humbling, isn't it?
So humbling.
But also exhilarating at the same time.
Right, like I was a part of something much bigger.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I find so fascinating about that experience is
Yeah.
we feel insignificant, right? Faced with the vast universe,
Yeah.
but then also deeply connected to it at the same time.
Right, it's a paradox.
Yeah. Like the stars are whispering to us, guiding us,
Mm-hmm.
almost.
And that makes me think about, what do you know about it?
Okay. Yeah.
Which is like a direct challenge
Yep.
to those who claim to have it all figured out.
Especially when it comes to love.
What do you know about love anyway? You're like a chemist in an art museum, so caught up trying to explain the paint. You've no idea
Right,
what
like
the
comparing
artist's
to a
trying
chemist
say.
trying to analyze a work of art.
It's such a striking image, right?
Yeah.
I think that contrast between the chemist and the artist
Mm-hmm.
is really saying something about how we approach love.
Yeah.
Like we try to oversimplify it or reduce it down
To a formula.
when really it's about embracing the complexity of it.
I mean, remember those lines about the broken refrigerator and peeling paint?
Yeah.
It's almost like love breaking down in those everyday images.
Yeah, it's real.
Mm.
It's messy.
And it's full of contradictions.
And that's what makes it powerful.
King cakes and lights and peeling paint, broken down refrigerators and that old sofa. Still got that wood paneling in the basement. Yeah, you're a handyman, ain't you? Got that old photo blocks in the yard. Must be a mechanic when it comes to love. Busting knuckles, no stained pants, but that engine just won't turn.
And that's what makes you think,
Yeah.
what do you know about it?
Yeah, right. What do you know about it?
It's like the core question of this whole EP.
Absolutely.
Like, what do you really know about love, about ambition, about existence itself?
So it's not necessarily about having all the answers,
Maybe not.
but being okay with not knowing,
Yeah.
which can be a really difficult thing.
Especially in a world that wants answers.
Yes. And easy solutions.
Quick fixes, yeah. But, sometimes it's in those moments of uncertainty
Mhm.
when we don't have the answers that we actually grow the most. Think about any major discovery, any scientific breakthrough.
It all started with a question, right?
Exactly. A sense of wonder, a willingness to embrace the unknown.
So submit to the mystery is urging us to kind of embrace that.
Embrace that journey.
Yeah, and maybe trust the process a little bit.
I think so.
Even when we feel lost, there's still beauty and purpose.
It's like those stars, right? Guiding travelers across vast distances.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever followed that bright North Star? Knowing it was the only reason you know where you are. Yeah, the stars are the beacons for the lost. The hires, the movers, the wise who travel from afar.
There's a force at work even if we can't see it.
And maybe, just maybe, if we let go of our need to control, we open ourselves up to possibilities that we never could have imagined.
It makes you wonder what we might find when we let go.
What we might find when we let go.
Right. It's a challenge, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
To actually embrace that mystery.
Mhm.
Like, what does that even look like in our everyday lives?
Yeah. How do we actually submit in practice?
I don't know. Maybe it's like
Yeah.
trying that new hobby you've always been a little nervous to try.
Okay, yeah.
Or having that tough conversation you've been putting off.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe letting go of a grudge.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a leap of faith on a new relationship or career path.
So it's not always these huge life-altering decisions.
Right. It can be the smaller things, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Just those daily choices to be more open.
Right. To new experiences, new perspectives.
Exactly. Acknowledging that we don't have all the answers and being okay with that.
Like we were saying before.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are the moments where we grow the most. So it sounds like Submit to the Mystery is more than just an album title.
Right.
It's like a whole way of thinking about life.
Philosophy. Yeah.
To trust that even when we feel lost, there's still beauty and purpose.
Like those stars guiding travelers, right?
Mm.
Across vast distances.
Mm-hmm.
There's a voice at work, bigger than all of us.
Maybe by letting go of that need to control, we actually open ourselves up even more.
Who knows what we might find, right?
This has been an incredible deep dive.
Yeah, you really have.
I feel like I have a whole new understanding of this EP.
Me too.
Thank you so much for guiding us through it all.
Oh, it was my pleasure, really.
It's always so fun to talk about this stuff, especially with someone as enthusiastic as you.
Thanks.
And to our listeners, we hope this conversation has maybe given you some new insights into the album as well.
Yeah, maybe even inspired you to go do some stargazing.
Oh, yeah.
And think about those mysteries in your own life.
The stars are beacons for the lost.
After all.
Right.
Bye.
So who knows what you might discover?
Ah.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the music of If We Were a Band.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep submitting to the mystery.
Oh, have you ever stood in the open desert under the inky indigo black sky with a billion stars? So close you can almost hear them whisper your name in the dark. Have you ever seen them like holes punched in the velvet? If you haven't lived yet. Yeah, the stars are bolder than the setting sun. At dusk they stampede.